Tov, it's motzei Shabbos after the Sabbath. A few more words on parashas Vayigash. O my Lord, let thy servant, I pray thee, speak a word in my Lord's ears. Genesis 48, verse 18, JPS 1917, Tanakh. The divine yearning within ourselves seeks to be consoled by eliciting our concern for the part of ourselves that seeks to unite with the Lord. Therefore, rather than ignore the natural affinity that the soul has for the Creator, we should acknowledge this vital element in our personal makeup. That is to say, that without nurturing the soul's need to connect to Hashem, we deprive ourselves of the true source of our life. Yet, the question remains how to properly access this source, the root of our essential selves. In parashas Vayigash, Judah makes an impassioned plea for the sake of Benjamin, while addressing the Egyptian prince, Joseph, that stands before him, unrecognized. Messiah Shalom renders the passage in a symbolic manner, ascribing Judah's words to an imagined conversation with God, as if instead of addressing the prince that stands before him as Lord, he is addressing Hashem. Within this framework, we can understand, through a nuanced perspective, the essence of prayer during the current exile. Inasmuch that our prayers should be for the sake of the Shechinah, who suffers with us during exile. By seeking to console the Shechinah, we console ourselves as well. Therefore, in recognition of Joseph's suffering, as well as the suffering of his brothers, we see the troubles that fell upon themselves in Egypt as divine recompense. If we see these combined sufferings as akin to our own Nisyanos troubles during this current exile, we may seek consolation through prayer, and God's presence will be with us in the midst of our suffering. Let us speak in God's ears all that troubles us, offering our very selves as servants, as Judah offered to be a servant in place of his brother. Let us serve as surety for our brethren, for Yisrael, all of Israel, and lead the way towards redemption from Galus, exile, just as Joseph was reconciled to his brothers. May all of Israel be reconciled to Hashem through the unity that will be brought only by Mashiach, that is, Messiah. Shavuot Tov.